Hey everybody, Max here again. It's about lunchtime and I just finished up first half of my day. I work from home, and if you don't know, my wife and I recently moved out to the 6-acre farmland from the suburbs of Seattle, and we're very happy we made the move. So I work in my office just right there. This is the kitchen. And you know, one of the big things that's important to me, especially recently, is physical fitness. And I wanted to make a little video about how I've kind of solved this problem about wanting to get exercise in every day. You know, the property here keeps me pretty busy, but I also love lifting weights. I love getting cardio in. I just used to do that at our old place when I could. And I wanted to continue that here. It was really challenging. I mean, I don't know about you, if you live in the city or the suburbs, especially if you have kids, working out, how are you gonna do it? You gotta get a gym membership, which is expensive. Where are you gonna put the kids? Oh, maybe the gym has a daycare, which is also expensive. Then you gotta load the kids in the car. You get your butt in the car. You gotta get off to the gym. And you've had a long day of work. You're tired. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. And then it winds up not happening for 3 weeks, right? Sounding familiar? I also did a lot of working out at home in our old place in the suburbs. We had a single room, which was a living room, which doubled as our entertainment center, the office for both my wife and myself, because we did not have separate offices, so there were 2 office desks in that big living room area. It was also the entertainment spot for all of the kids. It was also where we hung out and ate, because we didn't actually have a dining room. So the amount of time I was able to go into that room and actually work out to a workout video when it was free, when there wasn't somebody in there using it for something, or when my wife wasn't trying to get work done at her desk in the same room, was almost non-existent. So basically, it was challenging. It was challenging to get healthy, to get fit, to get any type of exercise in at all ever, unless you just wanted to go run around outside. Well, we lived in the Seattle suburbs. It rains 9 months of the year, so unless you really like being soaking wet all year long and freezing your butt off, that doesn't happen either. Let me tell you, it's hard to get motivated. I mean, you can be a tough SOB and get out there every day and run. I've done it before, run and bike in the rain 9 months a year. But you know what? It's not fun. It just isn't. So let's go see how I solved that problem here on the new property. Let me tell you, it's pretty freaking cool. Here we go. All right, let's start out by commuting to the gym. This is my new gym commute, so please join me on the walk. Front door. Woo! Try not to get sick. So we are out here on agricultural land. You know, one of the better things about living in a rural area compared to where we used to live is a lot cheaper property. The property taxes are way cheaper. And when you're on agricultural land, you have to make a certain amount of money every year off of the land. So either growing vegetables with livestock, eggs from chickens, whatever. And in return for that, the county here gives you like half the price on property taxes. So talk about cheaper than where we used to live. The cost of living out here is way lower. And you know what? It's a better way to live. People out here know each other. They help each other. They share. They're kind. If anything goes wrong, you got people you can call that are going to help. Way less crime. Woo! Compared to where I was. It's peaceful. Just sitting out here every day. It's peace. It's good for the soul. We get our well off of the land, water off the land from a well. I still need to work on generating my own power, but that's coming. It's just a better way to live, more sustainable way to live than living in the big city with all the chaos and the crime, not knowing your neighbors when you're living in a giant high-rise. I love it. I'm taking the scenic route. But there's the gym and the tractor. What's going on over there? Thanks for joining me. Guess you can't really see me very well, huh? Right there is where we're gonna have the garden and the chickens eventually. That's coming in the next several months. And here's the entrance to the shop, also known as the gym. There's gonna be several things in there, but let's go on inside. All right, welcome into the gym. So I'm out here every morning basically. I wake up in the morning and the way I do it is I just bring water with me in a fasted state and I get in here and work out. I like to do it that way, but you can do it any way you want. When I built this place, at least initially wanted to put down a foundation to be able to put all of the gear on because this is all just concrete initially. So I priced out a lot of the workout mats that they sell on Amazon and a lot of the fitness stores and found that those were exorbitantly expensive in my opinion. I think because they market them as fitness mats. So I just went to Tractor Supply. If you've got a Tractor Supply near you, you can get these stall mats which are really made for livestock, horses and things like that. And you can get them for I think a lot cheaper than you could get any kind of a designated fitness mat. They're really thick and they're heavy, heavy rubber, about 100 pounds each for each one of those mats. And those are 4 foot by 6 foot. And this total room that you're looking at here, at least the gymnasium space, I think there's 23 total of those 4 by 6 stall mats. At the time of this filming, I think they're probably around $40, $50 each. So still not cheap, but I think a lot better than you're going to find, and better quality for the money too. So that's what I did. I joined those together with Gorilla Tape. You can use any kind of tape you want. It keeps the grime and stuff from getting in between the mats, and they're not going to slide around on you. They're 100 pounds each anyway, so they're probably not going to slide around too much on you. So that was the first thing that I did when putting this whole room together. So my one big splurge, which I saved up for quite a while, was a squat rack. I always have wanted a squat rack, and I went ahead and invested in a Rogue, only because they're just so cool. There are definitely more affordable options out there for squat racks than the Rogues. I've always wanted a Rogue though, like I said, so I splurged, I saved up, and I got one. I'm super stoked to have it. You can do your pull-ups there, you can do your bench press, you can do your squats, and they sell all kinds of accessories for a whole bunch of other exercises, which maybe I'll eventually invest in, but for now, that thing, I love it. It's so easy to use. I was having to do the pull-ups in your door with the door-mounted ones before in my old house, which was damaging the door frame and marking it all up. And of course, you're always having to like bend your knees because your feet would hit the ground. So now I have a real pull-up bar, and I just love that thing. So anyway, cheaper options out there. I actually didn't go with the Rogue plates, which are really expensive. I went with a whole different more affordable set of plates, but the Rogue rack, super solid. It's super cool. You can get them in all these cool colors. So I splurged, I admit it. The rest of the gym though, for the most part, I totally did on the cheap, and I'll show you some of that right now. I just want to say my wife is the OfferUp queen. She is freaking awesome. She's on OfferUp all the time, and it's thanks to her that we got a lot of this stuff. That is a commercial grade treadmill, Precor treadmill. And she got that, I think, for $200. Somebody was upgrading to a newer, fancier one, and they just wanted to get rid of it. It's really heavy, so that's why they just wanted somebody to come pick it up for a couple $100. I got a pickup truck, and we were able to load it back into the back of the pickup truck, haul it out here. I didn't realize it took 240 volts, so I still need to run power over to that because there's only 120 over there right now. But we got a really nice treadmill for $200. We got a recumbent bike. My wife has arch pain in her feet, and so the treadmill isn't always the best option for her, and a full-size bike isn't always the best option for her either. So recumbent bike, she's able to sit back and use the recumbent bike. Again, got that pretty cheap. And then that is an Inspire M2 all-in-one gym, which my wife uses. I don't use the all-in-one gyms, but she loves it, and she got it free. Somebody just wanted to get rid of it because they were moving. It's heavy. It takes the expense is actually getting somebody to haul it for you and assemble it, or if you want to assemble it yourself. But again, free. If you're on OfferUp or eBay or whatever the modern thing is for getting cheap stuff, you can outfit basically your whole gym relatively cheap. So also got my hex bar here. Doing your squats or whatever. So hex bar. I like doing deadlifts with a hex bar personally. It's a little better on the back. I'm an old man, so hex bar helps keep my form a little bit better so I'm not destroying myself in the process of deadlifting. So yeah. Then I got the easy curl bar here. And just a whole set of dumbbells that I've had for years that I just kind of accumulated. Either bought myself or bought at garage sales, or that people have given to me because they were moving again. And then the last thing is Those Bowflex adjustable dumbbells are freaking awesome. Back when I had the tiny little room in my house, those adjust from 10 pounds up to 90 pounds each. So that replaces a whole squat, not a whole squat rack, but a whole dumbbell rack. You can imagine how big a dumbbell rack and how heavy it is. That would go from 10 pounds all the way up to 90 pounds. It's all just right there. I highly recommend getting the stand to save your back. But yeah, I mean, this is pretty much it. There's one more thing I'm going to show you. So the last thing is, I just put together a little multimedia station here. So if you are somebody who likes to put on either a movie or music while you're working out, or if you follow along with like P90X, or you've got yoga videos that you like to follow along with, that's what that's for. You just put them on, stand right here, and go for it. So hey, thanks for watching this. Obviously, I've already kind of outlined a lot of the positives of building your own gym, having your own gym, from living out in a rural area, which is cheaper, which is more peaceful, which is safer. I can go on and on and on. Obviously, I'm a big fan. Building your own gym, a lot of positives to that, right? I mean, no gym membership, no hassle with trying to haul the kids there. It's convenient. You can wake up in the morning and go to the gym, or literally any time that you have a break in your day, if you're working from home, jump into the gym, get a workout in, even if it's only 15 or 20 minutes, right? So many positives. Main negative I can think is if you're the type of person who going to the gym is a social thing for you. You've got your friends that you go with, or you've got classes that you go to, right? None of that's here. It's you. You are your own trainer. You are your own buddy. You are your own motivation. And if you don't have that inside of you, if you aren't the kind of person that can wake your butt up in the morning and haul your butt to the gym, even if it's just 100 yards from the house, you have to have somebody holding you accountable. You have to have the social side. You have to have the classes. This is going to be really hard. It just is. You're going to build it all and you're just not going to use it. So, but you know, you might be surprised. I would say you might think you have to have those things, but until the gym is really like in your own backyard, it's right there, and you just start to do it and just love it. And you start to love the time that's kind of your sanctuary, the place that you go to kind of get away from everything. It's nice, right? It's a wonderful thing. So you might like that more than you think you do. Invite your wife or your husband or your partner out here to work out with you. They're social. Invite the kids out here. Set a good example, right? It's one of the things I love about living rural and having kids in the city, or just yourself in the city. The temptation for entertainment is to play an Xbox game or PlayStation game, or to watch a movie, or to go out to eat, right? It's always some sedentary, somewhat unhealthy thing. Out here, the motivation is to get out, to do things, to be physical, to work in the yard, to be, you know, working on the chickens, or to be out in the gym, build a skate ramp. That's what I want to do over there. Right over there. I'm going to build a skate ramp. That's going to be my new cardio. So again, the sky's the limit when you're out here. I want to build an archery range. I want to build all of the stuff that I'm thinking of that otherwise I would have been sedentary at home before in the city. It's all outdoor activity, getting out, doing stuff, being physical. It contributes to you being a happier, healthier person. It contributes to your kids and your family down the road being happier and healthier. So anyway, I'm a fan. I hope you are too. Thanks so much for watching. Talk to you later.